the tax on unrealized capital gains in superannuation for super balances above $3 million, why this is going to hurt the poorest and most neediest here in Australia. Now, guys, I do believe everyone should benefit from the bounty of the land and the economy here in this wonderful country. I do not believe that people that need help should not get that help. I am all 100% for sharing the wealth around. However, I do need to let you know and share this stat with you, and you may not be aware that actually it is 1 in 8 Australians that actually pays the bills for every other Australian here in this country. 1 in 8. Well, look at the population. It's around 26 million. Now take a look at this chart. So we've got young children. They're obviously dependent. We've got pensioners, millions of them. They're obviously dependent. We've got 900,000 people on job seeker, unemployed, receiving unemployment benefits. They are dependent. And then you've actually got all the other people. You've got people that are working. Now you break up the people that are working into the different groups. So take a look at this chart of all the working people that pay taxes. Now, as you can see, the top group, the top 1%, and then the next 9%, so the top 10%, are paying almost 45 to 50% of all taxes, and they take very little back. You then look at the next group, and in fact, if you look at the bottom 50% of all taxpayers, they're only paying 10, 11, 12% of all taxes, but in fact, they receive a lot from the government. So they are net receivers of support, whereas the top 10% are net contributors of support. You don't want to be hating on that top 10%. You want to be encouraging that top 10% anywhere in the world to come here and pay our tax, fairly pay tax. You also want to be encouraging Aussies who are not in that top 10% to find their way into that top 10%. And you want an economy that's growing and booming and vibrant so that more and more people can make their way into that category so that we can collect more tax to help the most vulnerable. With the unrealized capital gain, what they do is the government comes along every year and says, hey, you bought the property for 1 million. We believe that it's now worth 2 million. Even though you have not sold it, you've made $1 million on paper, you don't have the money, but we're going to tax you on that $1 million gain, even though you do not have the cash. Basically, it will dissuade people from investing into business, from investing into property, and to investing into anything here in Australia. Because once we do this inside the super, it sends the signal to big companies offshore. It sends a signal to high net worth individuals considering to live here. It sends a signal to high net worth individuals here in Australia today that the government is going to break a really big principle and start to tax unrealized gains.